Hello, welcome to this new video. Today is the 8th of October, Sunday 2023. So yesterday we had the official qualification rounds for Microsoft Excel World Championship 2023. Actually took place in two different time zones. So in the morning we had the Asia Pacific region, and in the afternoon we had Europe and America, both North and South America region. I took part even if I was already pre-qualified and actually ended up scoring third overall in my section, potentially both, if you consider the points. So a pretty good result. Ended up doing a couple of silly errors that I won't go through now. So what I will basically do is to go through the full case, which was a collection of previous cases of the last years, obviously modified, also to allow people to solve for different approaches and kind of problems, and avoid having too many people getting stuck on a too hard level of the same case. So that's the menu. Let's go right into it. Basically, we had five sections, so five completely different cases, and five bonus questions, one for each of the cases. I will maybe go through the cases first and then go for the bonus questions. So the first one is Snowman. So basically, you have to guess a word by trying to guess letter by letter. If you do an error, you basically remove a piece of the snowman, and you have basically 10 trials before being eliminated. Otherwise, you guess the word and you get the points. So the rule is as follows. If you guess the full word, you win. If, of course, you don't and you eliminate the 10 parts, you lose. Um, if a letter is guessed on turn one, you get 250 points, then 240. So basically, every turn you get 10 points less. If you guess a letter which is multiple into the word, for example, the O of Microsoft, you get number of points times the times of the letter it's in the word. No penalty if you don't guess the letter. And then at the end of the game, and this tripped me up at the beginning because I didn't notice this, if you win, you multiply by two. If you lose, you divide by two. So let's build a separated worksheet for this. Will be example one. And it's basically an X lookup of our usual column B uh, into into this. Okay, so basically the letters are those ones, and the word is this one. Probably the quickest thing to do is to just say len of this lock minus len of this lock, sorry, len of substitute of this lock. Substituting this letter with nothing. So basically, this will give me a count of how many times the letter is in the word. So O2 times T one time, P 0 times. We said that the first round gives us 250, and then it's this minus the 10. So basically, you get 0 if you guess in the last round. Um, what we could do now is to calculate how many letters cumulated we have guessed at each iteration. And also, I need to consider how many penalties I'm getting. And so one each time the letter is not guessed. So basically here I will lose the game because I will have not guessed 10 times, and so I'm eliminated. And at the same time I guess only 6 letters out of potentially I don't know many how many. Let's calculate this. So for this word I need 9 letters to be guessed. I guess my 9 letters, no, I cannot this here, otherwise I'm going to mess up the formula. Okay, I need 9 letters. I guess the letter number 9 here, but it's too late because I'm already eliminated. So uh, check win, check lose, and check. Check win if this greater than or equal to this 1 at the white 0. Lose is this greater than or equal to 10, 1 at the white 0. And check is basically the OR of these two conditions, so that when the game is finished, actually. And so my points will be the sum ifs of uh, 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 actually I need one more. I need the points times times 1 minus this, actually, because it means I've guessed. No, sorry, I need to multiply also by the number, so it's this times this. Yeah. Okay. I cannot sum everything because I need to sum for the iterations in which the game was active, and so it will be a sum ifs of this when this is 0, but this is actually not correct, and I will show you why in a minute. Um, I still need to check whether I won or lose the game. So I will match one here, exit match, and I will match the same here. And so basically, if this less than this, it's a win. Otherwise, it's a lose because it means I've guessed before the full letters before I'm going out of the possibilities. And so the points will be this will be if this equals lose, we said divided by 2, otherwise multiplied by 2. Okay, and so my scaled solution, actually we need just 20, will be this, example one. Okay, there will be just one error. I already double checked. It was honestly a silly one. It's this fun word. And the funny thing is that I also double checked this during the competition. I spent a lot of time double checking, but not enough apparently. Because you basically guess in a row here the 3 letters of the word, but the last one, of course, is the letter that gives you the win of the round, and I've sum ifed where this is equals 0, but what I need to do is actually lose equals 0 because I'm still in the game basically, and I will not guess anything, let me say, below this first occurrence of 1 because it means I've already won the game, so there are no more letters to guess. So the correct version would be just this actually. Uh, and if I update the data table and copy the results, I expect this to be correct. I didn't check honestly, and it is. Okay, so we have run 1 solved. Sorry, section 1. Section 2, um, actually you are given these 5 reels, and basically you are given the strength with which the reels are spinned. The reels are 19 positions long, so you will have to consider basically multiple spins over the same reel. Each item gives you a certain number of points. The tricky thing is that you need, first of all, to multiply, not sum the points you get, and also you need to cancel out the items which are the same when they are near to each other. And so basically you are said that the neighboring reals are 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, so 1 and 5 are not connected for obvious reasons. And basically that's it. So let's see how we can address this. I will call these items. I will call these points. I will call this real one, real two, real three, real four, and real five. Okay, so second solver, example two, uh, case B. Okay, and then I need to X look up G2K. Great. So those are my spin strengths. First of all, I will need to mod those by 19, I guess. And so I'm getting the spin strength. To get the resulting position, I will need to add 1 to those, because if I spin 3, I will end up in position 4 because the index is 1. Now I'm going to X look up those into items. Sorry, I need to index those into the reals. To do that, I will take advantage of a quick sequence, and I will say that the index of indirect of real and this in position this. So let's check if this is equal. Okay, so example two, yes. So dollar dollar, this thing here and the two fruits. Yeah, that's okay. Uh, what I will need to do is X look up the number of points, items and points, and then before multiplying, I will say if or this equals this or this equals this, I will get one, otherwise I will get the points. And basically the reason is I need to multiply those numbers, so the neutral element of the product is 1 and not 0. And so if I take advantage of this, I will basically just apply the product formula and get 60, which is actually the result of example 2. And this can be quickly scaled, so another 20 rows starting from row 21, because we have 20 data sets for each section. Building the usual data table here and calculating, and those should be the results, hopefully. And yes, that's correct. So let's go for section 3, which was the hardest one of the competition, a nice variation of the March 2023 Battle of Harry. Basically, you are given the map, which is this one. You are told that you need to understand the market value of 1 square foot of the map of the property potential. And the calculation is as follow. You basically start with $1,000 starting value. For each cell of sand on the territory, you multiply the starting value by 3. For each tree, you multiply by 1.5, but you do not need to count the tree, which is actually exactly in the center of the property. For each cell that falls within a range of the bear or whatever animal you have, you multiply by 0.8, and for each cell of distance from the airport, also diagonally, and you basically can go through the water or the bears or whatever, you multiply by 0.98. I forgot to say that the property will be basically 1 cell wide in each direction, so you will basically have a total of 9 squares, one of the exact location, plus the 8 surrounding cells. So to do that, we will need to calculate basically distance from airport, number of whether that how many of those cells in the property fall within the range of the animals, number of sand squares, and so on. So what I did during the competition. Not sure this is the quickest way, but it worked out almost perfectly. Is to calculate the number of sand squares. So we basically will delete everything. What I did is to manually put the ones. Probably we could also take advantage of this find and replace. I'm not sure, but let's try. And I will replace with those in this worksheet. Yeah, actually it was significantly quicker. There are a couple of cells which are not, I don't know why, considered. We need to be very careful. Okay, we should be almost right. Yes, okay. So now we are okay. No, not yet. Actually, we have this, so it's pretty dangerous. And so that will be the map for the sand. I will also do the same thing for the animals. And that's where actually I did the mistake because koalas have one square of size. So you have basically this. Pandas have two. So basically this large. I don't know why, but okay. And so it will be like this. It will be like this. It will be like this. And same thing for the black bears. I don't know why, honestly, but I just forgot to put the ones for a couple of those, which are exactly those one. I don't know why. So I completely forgot those, and I got the errors for a couple of questions. Okay, so that will be my my map ready for the animals. The other thing I need to do, and I will create another copy, is to calculate the distance from the airport. I did a recent video on my channel to do this kind of task. What I'm going to do is to basically say that the distance from the airport in each every cell is 1 plus the minimum of uh, each cell near my current location. So this, and I will just basically copy this whole thing everywhere. Of course, Excel is giving me circular references, so we'll need to enable the iterative calculations. I already double checked that there are no cells on the borders basically of the map, so I can be fine with this. I will need to enable those. So yeah, like this. Yes, and you have your distances calculated, hopefully. Um, and then I just missed the trees, but I will not leverage a dedicated map for this. I will just copy one of the trees here, and that's it. So basically what I'm going to do is, first of all, calculate the distances. So let's do this in order. So first of all, you have the sand. Sorry, you have the sand, and so you have indirect of map sand and this locked. And this will give you whether the current location is in the sand, but you're told that for every cell that contains sand on the property, you will need to apply the formula. And so basically, what I will do is an offset of this position. I will offset one row above one row to the left, one column to the left, so I'm shifting my position by one and one up left, and then having a 3 times 3 big range, I think. So let's check. I'm saying that on cell X6, I'm expecting to have sent all the cells above me and the cell on the right. So let's see. X6 is this one, so it's correct. All the above and the one on the right. And I will just sum those basically because I'm interested in the number of the cells. And that's it. Uh, then I will need the trees. So for the trees, I will do the same thing, but on the S3 map. I'm not going to sum, so let's switch. Okay, I will need to count if whether how many of those I have, and so it will be a count ifs of this nice result here for this criteria, so this kind of tree, and I get two. I will also need to make sure I don't have the tree in the center of the range, so I will remove everything. I will just leverage the indirect of the current position, and then I will say if this equals this minus 1, otherwise 0. And so my final number of trees will be this plus this, because for example, if I end up in a cell containing a tree, I don't know where, but I will need to subtract basically that tree. So this will be trees final. Um, let's just call it trees, and it's okay. Then I will need to check for the range. For the ranges, same approach here, but I will have map animals. So X6, I'm saying I'm going to have X6 is this one, and so one, two, three, four, five, six. I will have the bears surrounding me. Let's check also here. X6 actually is more because it will be like this, and I will have six. Yes. And then the distance from the airport will be just the indirect with map distance. So x6 will be 21 cells away from the airport. Okay, now I need to calculate the value. The starting value is 1000. Then I will need to say that for each one cell of sand multiplied by 3, so it will be 1000 times 3. Um, Elevated basically the number of cells here. So if I have 0, a number elevated to 0 is 1, so I will have the starting value times 1, which is nice. Otherwise, I will increase significantly this value. Then I will have 1.5 number of trees, so this times 1.5 elevated to trees. Uh, okay, then I will have 0.8 elevated to number of animals, and then I will have this times 0.98 elevated to distance from the airport, and then you need to round this to the nearest decimal because that was my other silly mistake of the last battle, which is actually checking out. So let's apply this to the other cells and let's see if this works. Uh, okay, we have it. So just to mention that, for example, cell Z7, we had two trees, but we also had one tree in the exact position. So not on top, but out of these two trees, one was this. So we'll remove it and count just one tree. Nice. Let's move to section 4. Actually, this gives you a list of plate numbers and speed, and you need to understand which cars are speeding, and basically sum the number of the numbers you find on those plate numbers for those for just those cars. Actually, I will leverage a separate worksheet to do this. So, example 4, let's X lookup as usual. So column B and will be just G. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to text split this with the character, which is a double pipe, I think it's called. Uh, Actually, I want to do this vertically. That's interesting. Why I'm not getting the... that's interesting. I will just transpose this, but actually, I'm not splitting anything. That's weird. Because we have the space only before. No? Okay. So a little bit of confusion, but one space here and no space after. Okay. So one space before and no spaces after. And then I will need to split this again over the slash symbol with a space before and a space after this time. Okay, so with this I separated the plate number from the speed. Then what I will do is to separate the actual number for the speed. So I'm going to substitute within this space kilometer per hour with nothing. I need double minus to convert to number. Okay. Definition of speeding is speed of 51 and more. So if this greater than or equal to 51 is 1, otherwise it's 0. I need the, I think, number on the plates. Add together numbers for the license plates. Okay. So it will be a text minus minus text after this the dash. And I think I'm good with just some product of those two because I need to select only the speeding ones. Yes, that's correct. So the sequence of 20 starting from 61 of this one. Let's apply data table and that's okay. Uh, okay, and that checks out. Then I'm left with only the last one, which is actually bingo. So you basically, I think it's very simple. You draw 90 numbers, numbers 1 to 90. The first player which basically clears the card he's given wins the game. How many balls with numbers will be drawn in each of the games below before any of the players wins? So it's basically asking at which round number any of the players is going to win. Um I will do this with a separate one again. So example 5, to X look up this in column B on this G to CR. Okay, and I'm going to transpose this. Then what I did is let's do this better. So X will be the to call of this, and then I'm going to return the filter of x where x is not empty. Yes. Uh, do the same thing here, uh, but I will need to change the reference to this. Okay, let's call those P1 numbers and P2 numbers. Um, okay, and so we'll say, I will say if not is error x lookup this into P1 numbers, returning P1 numbers. Let's give me one, otherwise zero. Okay, I might have 15 numbers guessed, which is correct. I will lock this and I will copy this by changing just P2 and P2. Okay. Then I will need to sum like this and like this. So basically I calculated accumulated. And then I will need to check for my first occurrence of 15 actually, because that's the number of balls I need to guess. And so 89 will be the minimum of those two. Let's apply it. So the minimum of those would be my winner. And then the sequence of 20 from 81, I think. Okay, let's apply the data table, and that's it. Let's see. Okay, and we have it right. So the normal questions have been answered, and this was worth 8,000 points. Now let's go for the bonus questions. How many letters E are there in the words of section 1, games 1 to 20? Uh, that's a pretty easy one. You just need to say the length of this. At least one way to do this is substituting this with E with nothing. So this will give you the number of E's for each word, and then the sum is actually 17. So let's put this in. Why? Because I have a plus which is not needed. Okay. How many digits 8 are then in the numbers provided for games 21 to 40? Remember that 88 counts for 2 digits. So how many 8s we have? Uh, for those, okay. Same thing, I would say. So len of this minus len of substitute of this with 8 with nothing. Uh, don't need this. So we have 28 here. How many sand cells are there on the Bear Island? Well, this is quite straightforward. We just need to sum this map we already built, and so 149 should be the answer. Oh, that's very interesting. Uh, why actually? That's weird. Wow, look at this. I have missed one. Luckily, during the competition, I put manually everything, so I didn't miss this one, which is 150. Oh, come on. So you are telling me that, yes, there are also other. Okay, now we should have everything. So 151. Need to be very, very careful. Which digit 0 to 9 is used most frequently on the license plates, excluding a sample 4? Um, okay. Which digit 0 to 9 is used most frequently on the license plates? Okay. So let's say I have a sequence of 10 columns starting from 0. Um, let's count again how many we have. So we have len of this minus len of substitute of this lock. Old text will be this lock row with new text nothing. And you have basically this. I'm going to sum those. Uh, sum those. Okay, fantastic. What I will do is basically just add those sums to the data table. Okay, I will need to build it again. Mm, okay, I will need to sum again because now I'm summing for the games. So the max is apparently, need to double sure, 89, so sequence of 10 from 0. So will be 4, actually, my correct answer. This would have been guessable because you have 10% chance to guess the number here. So basically, what I did is to count how many times each number 0 to 9 was on the plates of just one data set, and then scale it, still leveraging the data table for the full data sets, and see which number is used most, the highest number of times. And then we have just the last one in game 81 to 100. There is only one number that never got drawn within the first 16 turns. What is that number? So we have one number out of 90 potential numbers which was never drawn in the first 16 turns. Okay, so first of all, what I will do is to have just the first 16 turns, which is same approach I used in the competition. Okay, so those are the first 16 turns. I don't know why this is not updating. Okay, then what I will do is let's apply the sequence of 90. Okay, and maybe let's count this because this is not finding a number inside. Each number is exactly that number, so I need to count if this time. So count ifs of this. This is quite annoying because I prefer to do actually this. Otherwise, I'm not able to easily lock the columns. And then I need to count if this locking the row and just the row. Uh, okay, and I will apply the formula here and here as well. Yes. Okay, so the number is never drawn. So basically it means that the sum of this thing needs to be 0, if I understood correctly. Uh, okay, we have the 0 here, which is actually number 66. Let's double check we don't have any other zeros. Uh, Apparently we don't. So let's go for 66, which is correct because I already know it. Okay, so I think that's it. It was a very nice game, nice possibility because we had 5 different games. So if you got stuck, you could easily move to another. And also the 1 hour time allocation is, let me say, um, better compared to the 30 minutes because if you maybe get stuck 2 to 3 minutes, it's not impacted that much compared to a 30 minutes allocation, which is very, very fast, considerably faster paced. So thanks for watching this. I will solve also the games for the Asian session and maybe recording my live attempt for that and we'll post the video separately. So thanks a lot. See you in the next video. Bye.